Thing. Apparently we're live. Hey everybody.
Good morning on this Thursday morning.
Yeah, how's everybody doing? We're looking for comments on the side, so if you want to say something, let us know. Put a comment over there, and we'll try to address it. Um, we had a somebody scheduled for today, but for some reason that didn't work out. We're not going to get into it, but we are going to reschedule them. So today, you just have the two of us, and we're going to talk about what's going on in Fort Dodge.
Yeah, so it's Talk Fort Dodge. So let's talk about
Let's
things
talk
in
about
Fort Dodge.
Yeah.
It started when I became a realtor. The first thing I noticed is some people moving to Fort Dodge complained about our schools, and I was like, well, our schools are pretty good. I've been here my whole life, so like, what is the problem? And I got on, and I'm gonna throw them under the bus. I hope they don't sue me. Zillow.
Yeah.
They come out and they have this thing called greatschools.org, and they just rate all these schools, and it shows online that like senior high is a 2 out of 10. And then it doesn't show any private schools. So like Community Christian, St. Paul, St. Edmunds, those aren't even in the discussion. So if you're coming here from California or wherever and you see, oh my gosh, they have 2 out of 10, you just automatically think that's all they have, and it's terrible. Well, I joined a committee to be on the Growth Alliance, and we wanted to address this issue, and this was years back.
Yep.
And we had all the top people from the schools come in, and she explained it so well that Fort Dodge Senior High has, and this is how I understand it. Fort Dodge Senior High, like, we're the biggest community around us. And we have like a great handicap
special needs
program.
Yep.
And we also have like the alternative school. And we have like one of the best programs for special needs. So like when there's kids in surrounding areas that can't get what they need from their small local schools that just don't have resources, they come here.
Yep.
And that's wonderful. But when it doesn't become wonderful is when they take all the rankings and it says, well, they're 2 out of 10 on test scores.
Yep. The metrics they use come in to give us a bad name on these national surveys that really isn't true. I've heard that a lot. It works the same way for crime.
Yeah,
and that's why we get such a bad rap, is because the statistics they use aren't really accurate to rural markets like ours.
Yeah, because you go to Des Moines, and so like after she had mentioned that, I immediately went on Zillow and started looking up the school districts, because she said that you're going to find that all the schools in Des Moines are 10 out of 10 or 2 out of 10. And the ones that are 2 out of 10 have like some of the best programs that kids want to go to that specialize in special needs and other sources.
And it throws off the metric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they actually specialize in certain things, but online it looks like they're a terrible school.
Yeah. But honestly, you go to the school and it's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
And so when we had everybody involved, so we're realtors, and if you Google Fort Dodge Board of Realtors, we'll just kind of be a resource here for you. We did put under helpful links all 5 schools and links to their programs. So I tell everybody that's coming to Fort Dodge, like, look at them individually and what they're doing. Don't base it on what Zillow says.
Right. And it's kind of like the Zestimate. Doesn't really work in our market either. I mean, they try to be accurate, and it probably works in, Denver. It might work in Des Moines. It might work in some of those. But, when you look at that number and it says my house is worth this, it could be off by quite a bit, because there's no algorithm that's going to tell you what your house is worth. You actually have to watch it, walk in there and check it out.
Yeah, even when we drive through our neighborhoods.
Hi, Mom.
Even when you go through certain neighborhoods, like the Cooper School neighborhood that so many people want to live, people will be like, okay, what's the price range in this neighborhood? And it's like, well, this street has the smaller 3-bedroom ranches. So this street may be 100 to 110 in today's market. But then you turn the corner and you're like, well, this street is like more around the 120 to 135, depending on the condition. And so here we are, like within one neighborhood, and then you get farther in the Cooper School neighborhood, and you can get the
these
houses
are 150 to 170.
200.
These are 200. Yep. And you just have to know the market, and algorithm doesn't do that well in a small town. So once again, shameless plug. call us if you have a question about any of that stuff. We'll be happy to help.
So that's schools. And then we wanted
Yep.
to say something about crime because
And crime happens the same way because we're the biggest hub for crime. It kind of skews the numbers. It's the same way here, Marshalltown, Mason City a little bit. They have Storm Lake, which kind of messes that up, but it's the same thing. And looking at crime, we kind of get because we're the biggest community, we get that bulk of the bad statistics. The little towns don't have it. I mean, it's there, but
I even bet you the little towns at 2:15 in the morning when they kick everyone out of the bars that some idiot punches another idiot in the face and
yep, they just keep it out of the
Might
paper better
or-
than we do.
might or may not be news the next day.
Yep.
Because people ask me after reading the newspaper or whatever, it's like, do you feel safe? I was like, listen, I haven't gone to the bars in so long, and when I do, I'm out by like 9 o'clock because I have 4 kids, and like we don't go out.
No.
But if you go out looking for trouble, you might find it.
Yeah, here, it's anything else.
Wherever
anywhere
you
go.
are.
Mm-hmm. And we live close to each other, and I think we both feel safe. We don't feel like anything's ever going to happen in our neighborhood, and and then we've lived in several neighborhoods in this town. I mean, you lived on the south side for
lived
years.
on the south
and
side, and
great neighborhood. And
I've had one entity said when I was showing houses, it's like, don't go over the south side, and I'm like, what? Like, I'm a Southsider for life. Like, I love it. And, we used to walk over to Olson Park every weekend, and look at the animals.
Was the pool still there? Is that when the pool was there?
The pool,
splash pad.
No, we had the splash pad.
All right.
And when we'd walk back, we'd always stop at George's Diner and get an ice cream cone.
I love
we
George.
Were a block away from there.
What a great guy. They did. Yeah, they're just good people.
Yeah.
So we talked about schools, we talked about crime. We always talk about what a great community it is and why we live here and why we love it here.
I'm excited to raise my kids here. My kids go to St. Edmunds. Biggest reason is I went to St. Edmunds and we are Catholic, and but that had nothing to say anything negative towards senior high. My wife graduated from senior high. Yep. And she's a nurse practitioner in pulmonology, and she got a great education. So back to schools. Someone said that to me one time, and I think at one time, every meteorologist we had on our local channels were from Fort Dodge.
Oh, yeah. I know Brett McIntyre, he still talks about Fort Dodge sometimes. There's a couple other ones. My wife makes me watch Channel 13. I don't know what the other ones are.
Yeah. Okay, events. What's going on in Fort Dodge? One thing, if you are watching, is I just got an email saying, help, 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 from the Lights at Kennedy. YP helps organize and put that on every year. It is a huge fundraiser that goes towards Backpack for Kids and a lot of other things. And if you want to volunteer and go out there and help, please do.
And it is the year to volunteer because it's warm.
Yeah.
I remember being out there, it's like -5 and Santa's out there looking like a popsicle. It's just cold. So it's a great year if you want to volunteer for Lights at Kennedy. It's a good year to do it because it's nice and warm and shouldn't be too bad.
And then on the reverse side of that, don't forget to go out there. I don't know, $5 a car or whatever.
Oh yeah, just go through it.
It's so cute. It's like a family tradition. We get my dad in the car and all the kids, and
you act like he's old, like you put him in the car out of his wheelchair. Bernie, I'm sticking up for you. You're not that old.
We usually have him drive so that I can have the kids sit on my lap. And
oh, you think because he goes slow?
Yeah.
Jeez, you're not nice. Bernie, get with him.
Todd is blowing things out of proportion, way out of proportion.
But make sure you get out to Lights at Kennedy, no matter how fast you drive. It's a lot.
And Santa Claus is usually out there.
He is.
And he gives candy canes. And you know how awesome it is to have candy canes in your car, with the kids, and then put it on your seat, and then it's sticky.
Sticks to everything. So just so you know, my kids are all in their 20s. We have grandkids now. And grandkids, they can stick candy canes anywhere. We'll be fine. We don't care anymore. It just is what it is. We're just happy to have them in the car. One of the other great things in Fort Dodge is Iowa Central. And as I'm going through the events, I see that the Iowa Central has student photography and visual art show today. You want to go out to, I got this through the Growth Alliance website. So Google Growth Alliance Fort Dodge, and you can get to the events calendar.
I remember way back in the day when I was in high school, Iowa Central had a lot of events that we went to.
Oh yeah, we used to go to show choir. That was fun to go to. A lot of them were fun to go to. All right, shameless plug. Emily Johnson's playing live tonight at Shiny Top. It's like Thursday to Thursday. Today's Thursday, right? Middle school winter concert. So if you want to see middle school kids play, you can go to the concert there. There's a job fair at Iowa Works. The Blandon, which is a great resource. It's just something great about this town. Blandon has some new exhibits coming up. Sandra Williams, if you want to go see that.
I don't know if they're doing it for those events, but we went to Blandon one weekend, and like when you went in there, they had all the kids go downstairs,
Mhm.
and they had like a special picture or whatever for kids to just go ahead and paint. And it was something we weren't expecting. We were just gonna go walk around,
Yep.
and it was like so cute,
Yeah.
and the kids just loved it. And anyway,
So this is something really cool that Gunderson Funeral Home does every year. It's called the Time for Angels Service of Remembrance. It's 1:30 to 3 o'clock at St. Olaf this Sunday. And what they do is take everybody that's died over the last year and do a little special thing for them. So just kind of call their name out, let you go up there, and a time to remember those people that have passed away. And, you know, the holidays are tough for a lot of people because of stuff like that. Another middle school band concert. Looks like Facebook something at the winery. I see a big picture of the winery here coming up in the next week or so.
and I don't know if they have any of those like during Christmas or whatever, but always keep an eye out. Like Hawkeye Theater, the middle school did Beauty and the Beast one year.
They just had Elf at Comedia Players. I think it
Elf?
was Comedia, Elf, the musical, which was kind of fun. And Joyce and I went there to Iowa Central. That was fun to go
Over
to.
the years, we've gone to every one of them. Well, I mean, not every single one, but we've gone to each entity,
Mhm.
and they're really good.
Oh, yeah.
They're fun. It's a good hour and a half, 2 hours of just entertainment that
Yep.
it's cheap, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Like if you go to Des Moines and go to a show, it's going to cost $50 a person, and what is it, like $5 or I
Yep.
don't know.
It's cheap here. So to wrap up, because we are getting towards the end of the year, Jeremiah pulled some statistics. And what we found out today is there has been 513 houses sold on the MLS. The average home price in Fort Dodge right now is $138,841. Now that might vary before the end of the year because it's not quite the end of December yet.
And I just listed one for 134.9. He just listed one for 129.9.
Yep.
Those are below average. The houses aren't below average. It's below.
Below average sale.
Yeah.
Great
So-
starter homes.
Yep.
All right. And with that, we're going to let you go. Everybody have a great and safe week, and we'll see you next Thursday here at Talk Fort Dodge.
And happy December.